have you ever heard of Twitch Prime?
If you guys are here 2 months ago, early February, you'll know that I moved into my own house. Purchased it myself, very proud of myself for that. Up in Spokane, Washington, been a California resident for 20 years of my life, my entire life. And this is a big change that I'm welcoming in, but I did a house tour and I took it down for the reason of privacy. I would just prefer to, keep my entire layout of my house. Why is that a flashlight? Don't know why I did that. I basically would like to keep the entire floor plan and layout and foundation of my house off of the internet for, not everybody to see. It's kind of a little bit more of a private thing, and I know it can be dangerous doing that sort of thing. So I'm gonna leave that out for a while until I somehow get more comfortable with it if every person in the world gets their own FBI private agency. But considering I might be in this place for about 5 to 7 years since I bought it, I might as well show you guys the office side of things, since this is the part that matters the most and what you guys see pretty much every day now. I think since 2014 I started showing off my office and my room, and we've come a long way since, so let's get into it. This room that I'm showing you guys is kind of a summary of the 6 years on YouTube. It's taken me since the start up until now to get to this point, and it's cool. It's a cool moment. I'm in this room in my place, this house that I bought off of YouTube, and it's, you guys have done a great thing for me. You've done a great deed for me and helped me out a lot, and I might as well share it with you.
Kara is currently playing Left 4 Dead with her friends, so I'm gonna be very quiet in this part. So this is what the office looks like from the outside. This is my door. It's a very old door. The house is from 1947. I know, it's really freaking old. But this is what it looks like. That's not subtle at all. Everything is fine. She even gets scared when I hit the door on there because it sounds like something died. I should really fix that. So this is what it looks like when you enter into the office. This is the view over. I wish I had a wide angle lens right now because you guys can't see everything. I apologize for the door. This would be the rug, the lights underneath, the fairy lights that were definitely Kara's idea. This camera right here is used for the doggy cam that I've got currently on my setup. This beautiful little thing, good old C920. I've had this thing for 6 years now. This is a friggin' camera from 2012, man. Right over here, I got my beautiful computer. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was not gonna dust this thing out before I started recording because I want you guys to see me in my natural habitat, okay? That's dusty, I gotta fix it, and I understand. And also, by the way, none of you are allowed to get angry at me for cable management, okay? Let me be very clear. None of you in the comments are allowed to get mad at me for cable management. These things are all over the place because I am all over the place. I have changed this room up 6 times in the 2 months I've lived here, and I am not gonna permanently mount cables if I think I'm gonna change them 3 weeks later. You have my solemn agreement. If I leave my setup the way it is for 3 months, even just 3 months at a time, I will fix up all my cables. That's a promise to you. But for right now, they are staying a mess because it's my beautiful mess. It's my house. I love it. It's so beautiful and tragic. Oh, it's so beautiful and tragic at the same time.
Man, editing this back, I talked so much. It's a computer setup and a desk. You've seen a million of them. I've shown it off a million times. Here's what it looks like. Let's move on.
I'm gonna film this one vertical because it's much easier to keep in frame, but this is my shoe collection I've got over here. This was the last piece of furniture that I installed, and it was actually really easy, and I love this thing. But these are all my shoes. I don't know if I've talked about it before, but I did have for about a year, pretty much right after I moved out. I just love shoes. I'm not too big on them anymore, but I still love them. I just don't buy a lot because I'm trying to keep on a little bit more of a budget. But yeah, these are my guys. I think I'm missing everything except the triple blacks that would go right there. Do you think that I like Adidas just a little bit too much? Also got a Pete shoe right there, and that's a curb. That, right there, that's a curb, that's a Kirby. That's Kirby. This is like my favorite little thing right here. I just got this a couple days ago. Josh is the one who recommended this to me, and I love it. These things are not on, they're Nanoleaf lights. I'm not sponsored, but my God, I would love to be. I want you guys to check this out. So there's this program over here. Computer, please focus on the computer. Is that possible? It's called Chroma Twitch Alerts. Check this out, okay? I'm gonna run the test like someone subscribed to me. Watch this. Testing, click it. How dope is that? I can't believe I just said dope. Look at what I got if someone hosts me. Look at this. I got a freaking rainbow light show going if someone hosts me. You can't really see the colors too much, but it's rainbow, and it does it on my keyboard too. Look at this, raid test.
Someone's raiding me. It's colors, it's rainbows, it's colors, it's rainbows. It's so cool. Thank you, Josh, Fanamace, for the recommendation. Love you, bro. This right here is a little stand that I've had for a while. I mean, there's a couple cool little memories on here. This is one of my favorite Bernera artworks that I think I've ever had made. I had it framed a long while ago, and I've kept it. That is one of my first stuffed animals. I got this guy when I got my first pair of glasses back in 6th grade. It's Pookie from Garfield. I love this guy. This was a gift as well for my mom when I moved in here to Spokane and moved away from home, really far away from home, like out of state for the first time. She sent me an edible arrangements and it came with a bear. So this is a little thing from my mom that I really hold dear to me. That's the Edible Arrangements logo. I'd love to be sponsored by them, but this is more of a family moment right now, you know? And then we got the Cyndaquil, the best starter Pokemon in the goddamn planet. Not the best Pokemon because it's K9, or Arcanine rather. Growlithe or Arcanine, but that's okay. And then down here, I don't really need to talk about too much, but Kara made me this little red panda thing, and it's kind of like an inside joke that her and I have, but she made that for me, and it's so cool. And then up here, we just have some other stuff, but yeah, I like Pokemon, I like stuffed animals, and I just think it looks cool. Over here, we have a couch. There's really not much more to it. We got some fairy lights as well. Recommendation from Kara. She originally gifted me some, but I decided to buy my own, and I think they look really beautiful. And then up here, I have the things that are very, very important to me. I have my 100,000 subscriber plaque. We're gonna make our way to 1 million, I promise you. But that right there reminds me of what I do and how I got here. And then this right here is a Thrice poster from when I saw them in Los Angeles on their return tour when they came back from being away for a few years. And this, as well too, is a signed CD by every single member of the band. They have their major and minor track in there because downstairs in the music room, I actually have one of the guitars they used to use on stage and for recordings because Dustin had sold it and I bought it and I absolutely love it and I've cherished it. I've played so many good tunes on that thing and I love this band. Favorite band in the world. They've done so much for me. I don't want to get emotional, but thank you guys for everything you've done. Thrice, Dustin, everybody in there. I appreciate you so much. We got Frank over here. Fuck you, Frank. And then we got a futon, which is really cool because you can open it and there's stuff in there. I don't need to talk about it too much, like light bulbs and a bunch of stuff. And then there's a mirror that's been there probably 70 years. And that's my closet, which is, yeah, there's really not much, just like a tiny little closet. But it gets the job done. That's all you really need. And that's the office tour. Did that make you sick? Now, I told you guys this would be a 2-part video, aside from the office tour, so I'm gonna go ahead and mount myself back up here, because I wanna do a little bit of talking about some stuff.
So this is the new camera setup I'm trying. Hopefully you guys like it. When I'm streaming, I'll be looking at this camera, or this monitor right over here, and when I'm reading chat and stuff, I'll be looking at this monitor over here. Nothing over here, except the door and the wall and the couch, I guess, but trying out something a little bit different, because I think a side angle looks a little bit better on me, but probably does with most people, but you know, I think it looks good. What I do really quickly want to talk about though is where I've been over the past while. I don't want to get down on this video too much just because I've been going through stuff. This is just more of one of those no excuses type of things. I have not really been in my own head, and I've been realizing a lot of things over the past couple of months since moving here. You know, I'm away from family. I'm pretty much like myself and Kara, and we are the tag duo team in trying to upkeep a house and keep a flow of income at the same time. And I've learned something that, you know, I want you guys to take a look at an image really fast here, because I put this together earlier. These are all of the setup changes that I have made to my streaming and YouTube career since I started using webcam, even before like in videos, but just the first time I started showing you guys anything with the webcam. And I noticed that as time went on, like since we moved out, there were a lot more changes very quickly. Whereas in the first line, it's like, you know, you don't have much of a change. You know, you got like maybe a change every 6 months or a year. And I think then I was focused more on making content rather than giving a shit about what any of this looked like. And lately, I've kind of been changing it up very frequently, but not creating a lot of content. And I think that's a mental block. I don't really know what it is, but lately I've had a hard time sitting down and recording, but I'm so eager to like spend 10 hours adjusting my camera setup, when in the end it's kind of like, for what if I'm not making content, you know? It's hard to explain, and I'm talking to a therapist about it. I am seeing doctors for mental wellness and trying to figure out what's going on with me. because I think you guys have noticed pretty much ever since I moved out to my first apartment back in November 5th in 2016, that's around the time where I lost my daily upload streak that I had for about 2 years. And since then, it's kind of gone downhill. It's really gone downhill. And it sucks because I wanted to move out to build my channel. I didn't want to move out to bring on more responsibilities on my end of things, and then as a result of that, watch my entire career decline pretty much almost to a silence. You know what I mean? I had a person tweet me the other day with a picture of my Google relevance search, and it's like, okay, I see the roller coaster down, but you tweeted me this, why? But it's kind of like, you know, it's one of those things. I'm not really talked about all that much right now. I'm not uploading a lot right now. I'm not relevant in the scene right now. And I think a lot of that is my fault. And I had a lot of opportunities that came around, and something has just been stopping me. And I don't know what that is. And I don't know if it's laziness or something. Because sometimes I feel like I was doing fine on YouTube when the only thing I had to focus on was YouTube. And my God, I was like, school, fine, finish it, done. Let's just get to YouTube and do it for a long time. And that was during the Crazy Craft, How to Minecraft Season 1, 2 days, those times when I was just focusing on YouTube alone. And then I moved out and wanted to focus on my, personal life, my physical health, my, like upkeep of my house and stuff like that, my apartment, whatever it may be, like those ventures keeping my life a little bit more busy and entertained. And from that point onward, I feel like adding those into the mix just distracted me, and it made it harder to focus. Because truthfully, throughout my entire life, I have never been good at multitasking anything. I have had so many years of hardships at school because my brain, just for some reason, I can't get myself to do shit, sometimes. And I look back and my God, I'm proud at what I did 3 years ago, 2 years ago. I put my heart and soul into YouTube. I remember, like the time when in 2015, summer of 2015, when I went on the road trip with Kara, I grinded 6 videos every single day for a week straight. And when I say 6 videos, I mean like hour-long videos, getting them rendered, edited, and uploaded and thumbnailed while still uploading 2 of those videos per day. So I could have 2 weeks of 2 uploads a day while at the same time uploading vlogs on the road trip. It's just like, that's insane for me. And I want that back. Because I look at, obviously the past year and a half, 2 years, I've been proud of myself for buying a house, getting my physical health better, focusing on my mental state. You guys have seen I put out that mental health awareness video. That was partially because I was going through a little bit of that as well too, and I wanted people to be aware of everybody in the world, not myself, but that definitely stemmed from there a little bit. And I've been focusing a lot more on me, and I'm proud of that, but I can't say I'm very proud of my YouTube channel. And at the end of the day, everybody on this planet has some sort of thing that makes them and makes their life a worthwhile thing for them. Whether it be the simplest little hobby or the tiniest thing that you find enjoyment in, or your career or your family or your outreach, bigger things that make you, when you are on your deathbed, that's what you remember and the legacy you leave behind, whatever it may be. If YouTube is that legacy for me, really, if I wind up not living another, only another year and then I'm gone, I want to go out like YouTube was the thing that was there for me, because this is a dream that I'm living in right now. And I was so proud of myself 2-3 years ago in this job, uploading daily, and like it gave me a purpose. I felt like I was doing something. I felt like this is where I need to be. And, if I get told I got 3 months to live, in a little bit, I don't want to go out feeling regret that I didn't put as much into this thing that I am in a position to do and to change lives, because I have, and that's the craziest thing. I didn't even mean to. But there are people that talk to me and say, your videos have kept me from, or your videos have distracted me, or your videos have made me happier in this. And it's like, what a cool and just hard to wrap your head around thing. So this is what I want to do. I think Drake in the song 9, I made a decision last night that I would die for it. To not be cheesy, that's not a cheesy quote. It's a big decision to make to yourself, knowing that like if everything else in your life was to go south, that you would put your heart and soul into this, even if it meant that you would go out. I don't think YouTube would ever do that to me, hopefully, but you get the point. I want to go back to grinding up 8-12 hours a day while maintaining my physical health a little bit and at least not keeping this house from burning down or getting evicted, foreclosed on. Evicted is, I think, foreclosed. I just want to say that this whole thing was unfiltered, by the way. I just opened up on the microphone. I wanted to do this. I don't want to edit this. I want you guys to just hear what I'm thinking. I want this to be a job that I feel proud of at the end of the day. And I want this to be a thing where when all is said and done, I can look back and say, I did, God damn, I did that. Not, like my middle of my career was good. Screw that. I want to say all of it was good. I had a rough patch around here, but I made up for it. This is obviously the dip down. Lack of uploads, lack of views, lack of response from you guys because I haven't been around. I want this to be a dip down. And I can do it. It's just me. I could get views. I've gotten them in the past. I can do it again while staying true to myself and not becoming a clickbait fake Fortnite news channel. You get what I mean. That's something I want to do. And I want you guys to stick around for me. But I do throw out the disclaimer that it is at my core. I realize that I do not hold my word. I don't hold my word like I should. And even since my move, I'd made promises that I've still broken. It sucks. I just need to shut my mouth. Truly, really, I need to just close my mouth and just not promise anything and just talk. Or just walk, rather. Not talk, walk. It's the thing that I do so much. And I think I started doing it when I moved out because I started declining. But I was so good back, like I said, 2-3 years ago when I was uploading twice a day, great content because I never promised anything. I just did it. That's what I need to do now. I need to stop promising you guys, I'm going to upload this or this is going to be every Friday. I need to stop doing that. And I need to just upload. I need to just work. I need to just grind. I need to just put myself into this and get back what I feel is a spark. So, to you guys that have kept around me, I want to say I definitely have given you many reasons to leave. And if some of you guys are not a fan of me anymore for some of the things that I've said and done, that's fine. Truly, I have done a lot that would make me very inferior to a lot of other people on this platform that are worthy of your time. But if you stuck around, I'd like to earn your respect back. I would like to just say that I'm a bit more aware of the wrong that I've done and am still doing. And I think that's the first step to being more right, is knowing that I have a problem and knowing what I've done that is the cause of that problem and how to fix it, or at least how to try and work to fix it. So if you guys want to stick around, I would appreciate the hell out of it. And I promise you, the only promise I'll make, I will fix up all my cables. That's a promise to you. That I will earn your trust back. That's all I can say. So, love you guys very much. Catch me on Twitch. Catch me on YouTube. You guys will see me around here a little bit more often. And thank you for watching. 6 years on YouTube, man. 6 years, not just from my account creation, but 6 years from uploading my first video. And I've done a lot of special things for my 1 year, 2, 3, 4, and 5 years later videos. This one just needed to be a talk because it's just been a big elephant in the room of, Brandon, what are you doing? And I'm in my own house now. Hopefully staying here for 5-7 years. No more moving out, no more any of that. And hopefully that means I could just kick back, shut up, and work. Because that's really all it is just shutting up and talking. Shut up, sit down, and talk more. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed all the time. You've been around for 6 years, if you have been, or even 6 minutes if you just started watching this video and this is the first one you've seen of me. Love you. Catch you around. We're hitting that 1 million. I swear to God we are. See you guys. You should hear about it.